All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Hot Off the Press. Super excited. Got just an all-around good guy on the show today. He's been on the show before, but he's got some cool things going on, so I had to bring him on again. Uh, Welcome to the show, Travis Weathers from Rotate Digital, super marketing mover marketing, I should say. Yeah. How you
Thank
doing,
you.
brother?
I'm good. Thank you. I'm excited to be on the show again and chat, relax. I've got my coffee right here ready to go. I've
Nice.
got
I
my
got mine
nicotine.
too. Yeah.
We're ready. I'm ready to rock and roll.
And where are you in your hangar there?
I am in my hangar, yeah. So I cracked it open. It's a little cold outside, but you can see the
I
pretty
love it.
plane,
I love
my
it.
very messy, disorganized couch. I've got
I
my
love it.
table over there. I've got somebody who works here. We got my little scooters for the airport, and then I've got Marcus Sheridan coming in, which is really cool. And so we're
Yeah.
setting up like a little studio area for him to kind of help a group of guys. So yeah, it's fun. It's a fun little place.
That is fun. I love that. And it must be a pretty decent sized space because clearly you've got airplane
Yeah.
hanging in the back of you. So, and then you've got all of this other space. How many planes
Yeah.
can you fit in there? Like two or three or what?
So my size planes, you could probably fit about four. You would
Wow.
like you would have to like puzzle them in.
Yeah.
But like the bigger planes, you'd only be able to fit like one or two. It's a 60 by 60, so it's 3,600 square feet. So
Oh
it's a
my god.
massive
That's a
place,
nice
just space,
space.
and
Yeah,
it
yeah,
goes pretty
yeah,
high. So I don't know. It's pretty good.
yeah. I
I
love
enjoy it.
it.
One day we'll get on this podcast. It's gonna be future Travis, but then there's gonna be a big plane there, and I'm gonna be
Oh,
excited about that
nice.
one day.
Yeah, yeah, and then I can, like, talk you into flying out to Cleveland, picking me up. We'll go
Sold.
for a ride
Sold.
somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one day.
Well,
That's a dream of mine.
nice. Aside from flying, you also operate just a fantastic, agency, Rotate Digital. I'm gonna drop this
Thank you.
into the, chat as well, so people can come check you out as they would wish. Um, so we'll talk a little bit about Rotate as well. It'll be good to see you. We got, Terry on with us. Good morning, Terry. Good.
Ooh, Terry.
Yeah. Terry, I got my SEO spring training mug going on here, in case you can see it.
That's coming
Looking
up
forward.
soon.
I
Do we get to
know, I
do a
know.
shameless plug for SEO spring training, like the best
You know,
SEO
I
conference
always
out there?
do. It is one of my all-time favorite conferences, so I always do give a good plug for SEO spring training. He's got a great list of speakers on there. I couldn't remember if you were speaking this year or not. I had to go on and take a quick look real quick. I'm like, "Is he speaking coming up or not?" I couldn't
I don't
remember.
think I am. I don't know, Terry.
Hmm.
Am I? I don't think I am.
I didn't see you on the list, but,
Then I'm not. You hate to
maybe
see it.
we'll convince Terry to, extend the
Yeah,
invite.
we do a little
Yeah.
special, secret
It
special,
is in your hometown, by the way,
right
so
in my hometown. Yep, I
right in
love
your
it.
backyard. Yeah, and as Terry says, they do have a Black Friday sale going on for SEO spring training.
The
I think
code
it's
is
like
Travis is not a
30%.
speaker.
Yeah, I think it's like 30% off or something like that, so,
That's
yeah,
pretty good.
yeah, yeah. Terry says you'll chat at lunch. Wow, you guys
Uh-oh.
got lunch going on?
No, we don't, but now we
Oh,
need to. I know his very favorite sushi spot, so a little sushi, I can
nice,
convince him to do anything, you know? We'll even
nice, nice.
we'll move the SO spring training to Cleveland if we can get enough sushi.
Oh, man. You never know what you would get if you there is no spring training happening in Cleveland, and in Cleveland, you're more than likely going to get about 10 inches of snow.
Oh, that's miserable.
Yes, yes. We're supposed to get, like, 5 to 7 inches of snow on Thanksgiving
Yeah.
Day, so,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. That's coming up. Yeah, we have in our forecast, you would be surprised. We've got, I think it's gonna be 78 degrees, so it's gonna be crazy too.
Yeah. Oh, man. I feel for you.
I totally
Alright.
side note, but I'm very excited about this as a personal win. We have like 35 people coming over for Thanksgiving. There's gonna be like
Nice.
18 bazillion kids, and I rented a 65-foot blow up obstacle course for the backyard for all the kids. So
Oh,
I'm pretty
nice.
excited about that.
Oh, that'll be fun. Um, yeah, wow. That sounds like a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah, yeah.
Do a little flag football as well?
No, I want to.
Oh,
I wanna be that family, but we're just not.
you're not. That's all right.
Yeah,
We're not either, so that's
yeah,
all right.
you know,
Yeah,
we'll stick
yeah,
together.
yeah, very good. All right, so we'll get into a little bit of SEO stuff, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So Rotate Digital, I mean, you guys, I tried to look up, and the closest thing that I could find is that maybe you've been in business since 2014. Is that remotely
Two
close?
2019.
19. You know why I got the 14 was from your Facebook page, and so for
Wow.
Rotate, and I'm like, "Okay, well, 14, that seems like a long time, but, I'll
2014.
I'll
So
pull that
interesting.
one out."
Yeah, I don't know how things go. I don't know what happens, but yeah, 2019. So I sold my very first like in the moving niche. I sold my very first course in course. I was trying to sell a course. So stupid. November of 2018. And my very first SEO sale was December like 15th of 2018. So I say we started Rotate Digital in 2019 at the beginning of the year. But I'd worked
Yeah.
3 months up to that trying to sell, doing all
Wow.
my
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah,
Facebook outreach and that whole
yeah, yeah.
process. And so 2019 is when we said we started.
And you have been just primarily or even solely focused on moving company marketing.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
moving company marketing is our primary and only focus. Of
yeah,
course, we have the one-offs. We have a lawyer, we have a restaurant, we have an orthodontist, like, we have one of these, but our brand and our marketing and our focus is all in the moving industry. So, I every time I tell somebody that, it, like, ends the conversation. They're like, "What do you do? Digital marketing? Really? For what's that about?" "Oh, we do it for moving companies." They're always like, "Okay, well, I
yeah,
gotta go to the bathroom."
yeah.
Like, "All right, conversation over."
Okay, yeah. Um, I will tell you, I was just having this conversation in a group of guys yesterday, and somebody was asking, about kind of this concept about niching down, and I what had and what I stated yesterday was, if I were starting over again, that's exactly what I would do. I would go and, uh, do some research and really just find a niche, and not a neat like landscaping, I think would be like super saturated already. But I would try to think, or plumbers, try to
Plumbers,
find
yeah.
a niche, that would be really narrowed down. And I think you and Rotate is probably one of the major, moving industry SEO
Yeah.
agencies in that particular niche. I can only think of one other one, and I mean, you guys got it screwed down. And I think it's, like we have a common friend, Spencer Hart Lund,
Oh,
who does
Spencer.
spray foam marketing. I'm like, I
Yeah.
never would have thought of that as a
Never would have
niche,
thought.
but that guy owns it, right?
Yeah.
And I think that is absolutely, and any advice I would give to anybody who's like, "Yeah, I wanna thinking about doing this thing," I would be like, "Yeah, give some thought to niching down because I think that's where you can drive some great success."
Mull on it, chew it. It's counter to everything you think you should do because it's like, I wanna say yes to anybody because you can get results for anybody, and
I
I think that's
know,
the
I know.
hard reality is, like,
Yeah,
the problem isn't, you know, how can you say yes to everybody? The problem is saying no to somebody you know you could do really well for, right? And
yeah,
that's the hardest part, and it's just counter because you already have client. I had clients, so I had for about a year. I had like 7 clients. They were all like $350 a month or something. Like it was relatively speaking nothing, but at the time it was like
yeah,
game changer for me. Um, but I had to start slowly getting rid of those, and that was counter like intuitive to me, and it's
Yeah,
counterintuitive in the sense of like you pick a niche and you go down, but it is I'm an advocate of it. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me in a
yeah,
sense of like business wise because everybody hangs out in the same area. They know each
yeah,
other. It also makes you become better because you can't get
yeah.
away with screwing people over. So
Well, and I mean, there's just so many upsides to it, right? I mean, you can become highly, highly effective at knowing how to market movers, right? And
yeah, oh yeah,
in your industry, and you can set up digital assets to help leverage that even further. And yeah, it just makes so much sense. And one of the things that I loved in kind of like Spencer's approach as well, I wanted to ask you, did you as well become just an expert even in the industry itself? Like if I go and I talk with Spencer, I mean, this guy, that cat knows everything about
yeah.
like spray foam insulation, like how to do it, the materials, blah, blah, blah. I'm wondering, like, have you kind of taken that same approach as an industry marketer for movers? Like, are you an expert?
Yeah.
Do you have your moving belt? You get out there and like
Yeah.
tug a refrigerator once in a while?
I probably am not like that, actually. I really I kinda wish I was in a sense, but I think there's I think if I went and started a moving company, I would have no problem starting it and growing it because I know the resources and I know where to go and who to
Right,
talk to
right,
and what to do. But I can't spit it off at my tongue of exactly how to dispatch moving trucks in the morning and what dispatch looks like, and I know where to go find these resources. I really have, like, put my flagpole in. I know the moving industry well, who they work with, what their COGS
mm,
are, what their cost of goods sold, um, what the revenue is, what typical pricing structure they should do, the whole thing. I know that really well, and then I know marketing really well for that niche. And then I think where I would argue now, maybe my clients can argue differently, but then my value is in the in between. How do we
mm,
make really
mm,
good business decisions, knowing what I know about the moving industry, knowing what I know about marketing and SEO and
right,
spend and all
right,
that, and how do we make good business decisions in that overlap? So
yeah,
I probably Spencer's probably going to be way more valuable in the spray foam niche than I would be in the moving niche if like I were to go start one.
yeah, 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 yeah,
But
I think,
that's okay.
that's all right.
I don't need to
So you
start a moving
started
company.
we'll say you started in 2019, and we'll assume, kinda starting at $0.
Yeah.
Not to ask exactly, but I know you're in a multi-million dollar agency right now,
Yeah.
and, you I mean, and that is remarkable and, incredibly awesome. And I guess a main question, and especially if anybody is kinda, like, starting out, how did you go from, like, 0 to a multi-million dollar agency in 6 years?
Yeah. Ooh, it's a long I'd love to
And I'm
share
sure it didn't
on it.
all start all at once, right? You didn't go like year 1, boom, hey, we're multi-million.
No.
Um,
No.
uh,
Here's let me I'll give you the range of what has happened over the years, and then we'll kind of talk about how that snowball got started. So 2019, when I finished 2019, we did about $250,000 in sales in 2019. And so what that looked like was probably selling a new client for $1,000 a month, every month, every other month, something like that. But we
mhm, mhm,
ended 2019 at least in Stripe with $250,000. Then in 2020, we did $500,000 in sales. And so that was the total.
nice,
So
nice
you got to
growth.
think, yeah. So you got to think that run rate at that point is probably somewhere around the 30. I'm probably ending the year around 30 to $40,000, let's say, maybe 50. Because that entire year I started smaller and got towards the end of the year,
Right,
which is the
right.
500. Um, 2021 was 1.2 million. I mean, COVID's now in full
Yeah,
steam.
yeah,
The moving industry is going crazy.
yeah,
So like that's helping to pick up the steam. That's why we went from 500 to
yeah,
1.2. And then 2021 to 2022, we did 2.2 million. So for the
yeah.
basically the first one, two, three, 4
Like,
years, we doubled every
yeah,
year.
that's a
And
sweet dagger, man. That's,
yeah,
right, yeah,
and it's a whirlwind, right? And
yeah,
I can share some of the core business decisions. In fact, I'm speaking on kind of this topic at Chris Martinez's event in San
Yeah. Yeah.
Diego. But so 2022, then 2023, we only grew by like 30%. So we went from 2.2 to 2.6
Only.
only.
Golly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
Part of that growth that stunted it was the interest rates went through the roof. End of
Right.
2022, beginning of
Right.
2023, moving industry got squeezed. So it was a little bit harder. And then 2023, we did 2.6 to 2024, we did like 3.4, 3.6, something like that.
Mm,
And then 2025, we should finish out around $5 million. And we have a goal. I have it on my board. We're trying to hit a $500,000 a month run rate.
beauty.
So
Oh my gosh. Wow.
we've
Yeah.
grown a ton like a crazy, but it
Yeah.
started with the very first Facebook process where I would post on my Facebook, I would get in a Facebook group, I would add friends from the Facebook group. When they said yes, I would DM a direct message. Here's what I do, here's how I help. Do you
Yeah.
need help with
Yeah.
this? And
Yeah.
I did that for like the first
Yeah.
24 months nonstop. Like that was all I did. Every
Yeah.
morning I'd wake up at 5 a.m. and that's what I would execute every single day.
Did
And
you
I think
do
that's
any, like,
been the
cold
best.
calling as well? I'm kind of
No
curious.
cold calling.
None of it?
No
I
cold
mean,
calling.
the approach that you just kinda mapped out with DMing, I'm like, that is really clever because it's not quite cold calling, but you are, like, dropping into somebody's space, not necessarily invited. I mean, you
Yeah.
connected, right? So you got a little bit, but you're like, "Hey, boom, I'm
Yeah.
here." I'm
Though
like,
I
"Wow."
love it. Yeah,
Yeah,
because you think about it, like if I were to call your office, let's say, or however it works, or a company's office, you're gonna have someone pick up. You're gonna
yeah,
try to
yeah,
talk to them. They're gonna be like, okay, you sound like everybody else. But if you add somebody as a friend on Facebook, unless they're like spending 5 minutes vetting you, going, how do we connect? A lot
right,
of people are just saying yes. Now you're in. And now that you're a friend, your messages never go to the spam. And so
yeah,
then you can just direct message them and it goes straight
yeah,
to them. And what does every
yeah,
CEO and owner do? They scroll on Facebook. They're on Facebook for networking, business decisions, wasting time while they're on the pooper. Like, and now you're just coming up right in front of them. And so it works really well. And the other key is you're not wasting anybody's time. You say exactly what you're reaching
right,
out
right,
for, no more, no less. I'm Travis Weathers. I help moving company owners grow their business by leveraging Google. Do you need help with this? That's it. I wouldn't even say hi to them. It'd just be straight to the point, and you would get 30% yeses and 70% nos. But
right,
now they're in your Facebook. They're
right,
on your Facebook as friends. Now you're
right,
messaging them. So you're leveraging the Facebook algorithm. And so now when you post some incredible testimonial on your Facebook page, this new friend is seeing it because Google's algorithm is going, new friend, you guys are sending messages
yeah,
to each other. You probably want to see each other's content. And so
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a perfect system.
I
I
know,
love it.
it's right, it's just like click, click,
Yeah.
click, and it's such a great I mean, that is such a great strategy. I hope people, like, pay attention to that because that is a gold bomb
Yeah,
right
and
there.
it still works today. People
Yeah,
always argue with me. They're like, "I don't think it works anymore." I literally have testimonials from 3 months ago of people going, "I got my first sale from this process. Thank you." So,
yeah,
it
yeah.
works.
Nice, nice. I'm gonna mention something just because so earlier this morning, I was like, "Yeah, let me do a little background here, something dig up some fun stuff." I went and I looked at your
Ooh.
yeah, no, not nothing dirt. Actually, this is similar into what you've been describing a little bit, but, I went in and I looked at your, GBP for
Yeah,
Road Digital, alright? I'm still it's hard for me to say GBP. I'm still a GMB guy. I'm
I
like,
know.
I just can't, it's I don't know, I
Google
can't
My Business. It's hard to get around to it.
I know it, but GMB just rolls.
Yeah,
GBP is like that's
yeah,
hard. I don't know.
yeah,
Um, but I was looking at your GMB
yeah.
and, I'm like, "Okay, great," because I was back to looking like, "Well, when did he start this business?" Right? So I was
Mhm.
like, you know and so then I started playing around with it, and I was looking at reviews. I mean, I think you got like a 4.9 or something review rate. I mean, people are in love with you. I'm like, What are the people who don't love you? What do they say?"
Yeah.
You only have a few, right? So I went
Yeah.
down and there was
Try to keep
one.
them off those reviews.
I know. There was one that I looked at. I didn't even like read the negative thing, whatever the statement was, but I wanted to see because what caught my eye, and I can't even remember how long ago this was even, but what caught my eye was that you responded to
Mhm.
the review, the negative review. It was a one-star review, and you immediately like, "Hey, this is Travis. I'm the owner of or founder, whatever called yourself,
Yep.
of Rotate." And then you immediately apologized. I mean, you gave it was like this multi-paragraphed response,
Yeah.
but which is much longer than probably because 'cause I'm horrible. I'm like,
You're like,
let's get on
"Thanks."
the phone. I'll talk with you. I'll talk your ear off, but I'd hate to, like, write out stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but you gave it was like a textbook example on how to respond to a negative review or a negative comment. I mean,
Wow,
you
what a compliment.
immediately apologized. You, like, said, "Hey, I'm the owner. I'm so sorry for the experience that you had." And then you began walking through, and at the end of it, you said, I absolutely want to talk with you. Give me a call. And, I'm glad to hear that you are now, with somebody that's serving you and that your business is growing. I mean, it was just so, you were humble. You were still focused on trying to provide a good service experience. And as well, you communicated you're hoping for their success. And it was
Mhm.
like, such a textbook example. I mean, it was like, that is so awesome. That
You're
is
so
great.
kind. Oh,
Well,
thank you.
because people, and you're a service industry, serving a service industry, and how people respond to the negative stuff
Mhm.
is so important because you can either. And actually, one of the other comments, actually, that you said that you even started this off is like, "Hey, any potential clients, if you're reading this review and we're going to talk, bring this up because I want to talk with you and something, but I want to share with you on what we're doing."
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, and so you were like, "I'm not backing down. Maybe we did fall down. And I'm going to share with you what we've done to like improve our services or something."
Yeah.
It was like just straight on.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I really I probably publicly look way more calm and collected responding to 'em. Internally, I'm losing it, you know?
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, I could see you just like, oh,
What's happening to that client?
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. But I try, at least as I mature in my age and my experience, I try to realize, like, business is not 100% success rate. Nobody is
no,
making, and unless they're crazy, nobody should be
yeah,
making a decision thinking it's 100% success. So if that's the case, then I just wanna bring up I'll tackle
yeah,
head on why these clients, like, we could go through each one of them, and I can tell you why it went wrong, what we owned, why the client didn't do really well, and how to set up success for the future. And I think it's helpful because, like, for instance, we actually just brought on 1, 2, probably 3 new clients in the last 30 days that were already clients of ours in the past and left us because
mhm,
they had bad results. They had good
right,
results, and then, over time,
right,
it gets bad results, and then they're not happy. But part of it is owning, like, there's about a year or 18 months where, like, we were growing so fast and I didn't know what I was doing, and SEO was like a checkbox for us that we
right,
ended up not getting good results, and clients felt that. And I think looking back, I'm regretting that time because we lost a lot of money, in the sense that, like, we lost a lot of clients that would be
right,
amazing to still have today. But it's just the reality, and so we went back to the business owners and said, "Hey, we know you had a bad experience. We have improved. Here's how we have actually tangibly improved. Would you be
mm,
open for another conversation?" We had so many people go, "Yes, we'd love that," because they wanted us to work out, and
nice,
grass isn't greener on the other side. They
yeah,
go work with another digital marketing company.
yeah,
They realize, man, they all suck. So, like, why not get with one that, like, actually cares and gets results? And that's been, I think, a cooler process to just experience.
mhm,
And
mhm,
now, because of that, I want we're building a whole team. We're calling the ROI team, and we're building a whole team to go in basically to know our clients' businesses better than they do, but specifically focus on the ROI and the results we get them, like down to a T, like dollar amount specific, like
yeah, yeah,
very clear, like we can go to war with this number because I want to get a percentage of how many clients are winning when it comes to ROI.
right,
Because how amazing would it be to go onto a sales call and be like, "Yeah, you're talking to marketing agencies. They all sound the same. They all are talking about backlinks, but how many of them are tracking the results? Let me pull up our chart. Here's every single one of our clients, where they're at today, what they've spent, and if they're winning or losing. 79% of them or 82% of them are winning. The rest of them are losing. And here's what we're doing to combat the losing ones. When in business do you get to make a decision where 80% of the time you're going to win and get a positive ROI?
Right.
That's phenomenal. So if you
Yeah.
could kind of talk objectively about it, that
Yeah.
hopefully will sell more people. And then
Yeah.
it improves us because we know what we need to do to win for the clients that aren't winning. So,
Well, I love that. I think it's that kind of transparency. I think is just really is priceless. I think in today's market, and especially in today's kind of AI centric, both our world right now. That you just don't know what the heck is real, at
mhm.
some points. And so, if you can be really transparent, like, hey, we're honest. We're not hitting every home run every time we're at bat. And, that's really is not realistic, but
Yeah.
we got an 82%, this is where we sit. And I'm like, I would look at that. I'm like, you know what? Hell yeah. I'm going to
Yeah.
sign up with these guys. And
Yeah.
I want to be on that 82 percenter. Well, right.
Yeah.
I like
And
those
we'll
odds.
yeah, and we'll talk about the ones we lose, but we'll own what we need to own. But you and
Sure.
I both know SEO, there's a big unknown, and that's the owner. How well
Yeah.
their brand is, how well their
Right,
brand's
right,
tied to the state they're in. Like
right,
so many
right.
things that are sometimes really hard to like like you can't change a bad business, you
Yeah.
know. So yeah.
Well,
It's a warning flag for our sales team. If anyone ever says, "Man, we need this to work because we're on our last leg or last year or whatever," it's a warning flag to go. Nope, not touching them.
yeah, yeah. Well, a good segue, I think. Let me share something. You have been a busy boy in so many things. So you've grown your business, and now we've got this bad boy. Now, this is my business, my Amazon page. You can see it. I purchased this book back in October.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
You were
so
one of the pre-sales.
I'm one of the I know that's not true. Um, so you came out. So tell me about. I'm going to grab this link. I'm going to drop it in the chat. People can go and pick this up themselves. But walk me through this. This is a. I don't even know. I should have put this into a link shortener or something, but because this is like the massive like
Yeah.
URL. It's in the chat, folks. You can go
Yeah,
click
you go to
it.
Amazon and type in movers marketing, there's no other book. So we're the only one
Yes,
that is a
yes,
marketing book for moving companies. So
yes, and you
leave it
can
at that.
look, and that's exactly what I did. I couldn't remember. I think it's Movers Marketing, Moving something or whatever, and I like
Yeah.
Movers Marketing book.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So walk me through. So how did this originate? What was the little germinating kernel of thought, and then where's it gone? Where's it going?
Yeah. So I've got Josh Nelson. So Josh Nelson is a guy I look up to and respect, and
Yep, yep,
I'm in
yep.
his mastermind. Love the mastermind, and one of the things in their playbooks. Well, let me start off on how I got there. One of the things they said is you should do a webinar to your audience every single month, and I said that's so stupid. Nobody wants to join a webinar. It's 2025. But we said, you know what? Let's try to do it. Let's do it once. Oh my goodness, the very first time we did a webinar, we had so many sales calls. It was so amazing. And I was like, dang, like, man, this Josh guy, he's right. He knows what he's talking about. So then that one of the things in the playbook is like, hey, you should consider writing a book for your niche. And so I was like, okay. And they basically go, hey, you could use ChatGPT, you can have a template, like however you do it. And I personally just didn't want to use a
Yeah.
template or use ChatGPT because personally, I wanted this book to be like a milestone for me in my personal life to go, hey, I can look back and be like, man, I gave my all over the last 7 years or whatever it is. I've given my all. I've learned. I've gone all in. Like, let this be like a book that I can write. So it's a cool personal win to be like, this a mile. This is like a big crux of everything I've learned over the last 7 years. But on the flip side, it can be very valuable for marketing and sales, and so there's a value place there. So that's kind of how the idea of the book came up. You want me to keep
And
going? Because I can keep
this
going.
is not some like you know, AI cooked up,
Yep.
ebook that you like, okay, hey, you could put it together in a couple of
Yeah.
days and here it is kind of thing. I mean, this is some real
This is
Travis,
yeah. It's
uh,
the real me.
whoa.
In fact, I had a great editor. Her name was Hillary. Shout out Hillary. And she took my first chapter and help me like restructure it, not rewrite it, but like restructure it. And it sounded so smart and it was so polished and so put together. And I said, Hillary, I'm so sorry. This is not me. This is polished. It's put together. It's using words I don't even know. Like we've got to get back to like me here. And she laughed. And so, but yeah, I went to Hillary because I said, hey, I want to write this book in 30 days. And she like spit out her coffee. She was like, what? I was like, I'm dead serious. I want to do nothing for 30 days and just get through this. And she's like, you're crazy, but let's do it. And
Yeah.
so I did this in 30 days. Now,
It's
it
the
was
best
not
12 pages I've ever read.
yeah,
So,
yeah, exactly. That's too real. Yeah, 30 days. I'd say I probably on average did a 5 hours a day. And I just wrote. And I didn't do like the formatting or anything. I just wrote everything and it started coming together. And there's like chapters I didn't even put in there. And it eventually started coming together. And so by 30 days, I was done with like the main thing. And then the next
mm,
15 to 20 days, we like edited it, made changes. Um, but the book is no AI, and that's specific too because I wanted to be able to say that. Number one.
right,
Number
right.
two, if Amazon catches or says that there's AI and you don't call it out, you get punished. And I don't
Yeah,
know all the
yeah.
details, but I just wanted to avoid that. And we have great stuff. Like I don't need AI to give me cool content. Like I know what
Right,
I'm talking
right,
about. So we went all in, and so this book is for movers, written for movers, and it's an owner's guide. So it's not how to put together a PPC campaign. It's not how to do SEO. It's what do you need to know as an owner to leverage it, take advantage of it, and not get screwed over. And that's what the whole
right.
book is like about. And it's a great playbook for anybody who is running an agency and goes, I need to like know how to talk about this with my clients. This is it. So like I'm gonna
Right,
make my
right.
CSM team read it and take
Yeah,
quizzes and go through it. So yeah.
yeah. That actually and I have the Kindle version, and so which is a little I read on my Kindle, like, very specific times, and
Yeah.
so I haven't started clicking through it yet. I kinda and I know you've got the hard copy, hanging around. I'm
Yeah.
kinda
Wait,
like,
where is it? Where is it?
I
Wait.
should have bought the hard copy of the thing. There it is.
Hey.
Because I have books in my office that, I just like, yeah, I got a few minutes. I'm going to read, a little
Yeah.
bit, and, and kind of play around with. Um, but I love that you say as well, this is not just about, m- running a moving industry agency. The things that you share go well beyond just your niche, right? It's
Yeah.
some of it is, I'm sure, and just knowing you, I'm sure it's talking about how do you grow and manage a business? What's your focus on leadership and managing a team? How do you
Hmm.
hold people accountable? I mean, because I know this is stuff that you're passionate about as well, and so I can only imagine then as well you're sharing about, hey, this is how you run an agency and some of the challenges we've come up and
Yep.
I'm sure you probably have got stuff in here. And if you're a mover, this is how you can maximize, growth and efforts.
Yeah. Yeah, and one of the things I did is I put in the back of the book, it's the bonus chapter. And warning to agencies if you're ever having a sales call with people that are having a sales call with us. I put because I think about every business owner. What do they struggle with? Understanding
Yeah,
if a marketing company is going to screw them over. And then us marketers, we get all upset because they're like, I can't believe they chose that company. It's like, well, they weren't equipped to even know how to choose a good company.
yeah,
And so at the back of the book, I put in for SEO, ROI, PPC, backlinks, content, a list of questions that they need to ask the marketing company in the interview in the sales process to help vet them. And then I have
mm,
the answers to those questions that they need to be listening for. So even if they don't work with us, they're at least going
right,
to work with a stand-up company if they follow this
right,
process.
right. Yeah, wow, that's good. So this came out, I think, so it came out at the end of October, Halloween, right? So what a great,
Was it Halloween? Is
well,
that when we did it?
that's what it shows, October 31st, right? So hey,
We
great.
we might, yeah, we might have done Halloween. Yeah. I love it.
Spooky. Um,
Yeah, spooky.
and so it's been out, almost a month here, and and I know you've had some good success. You like it ranks. I suppose if I like roll
Yeah.
down somewhere, it
Yeah,
probably
what's it at
shows.
right now? If you go down,
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there, we're number 12, 17, and 114. Oh, we've just
Look at
tanked after
that.
that.
Number 12 in SEO books. Wow.
Yeah, that's a
17 in
win.
online, 114 in average. I mean, there are a lot of books in these categories.
Oh yeah, I
Wow.
was not expecting to hold this, but for about 4 days, 5 days, we took the number 1 bestseller spot for small business advertising. We took the number 1 bestseller spot in I think digital marketing, small business advertising. So for
Yeah.
24 hours we took 7 bestseller spots, but we ended up selling like 500 books, which was really cool. I
Wow,
I was blown
congratulations,
away.
man.
And
Yeah.
we were going for 150. So
I
if anybody saw the reel, Danae did keep her job, which was
I
great.
don't I can't I don't I'm looking, hopefully I did write a review. I
Ah, yeah. You know what? You
can't
didn't, and
remember if I did or not.
now you're publicly forced to write a review.
God, I know I'm gonna be so embarrassed if I didn't. Oh, man.
Oh, you hate to see it.
Oh,
But my
there's
boy
Spencer.
Spencer
There's
did.
our friend Spencer wrote a review for you.
Shout out Spencer. I don't see Terry on
Uh,
here. He didn't write a review. That
yeah.
that guy.
Oh, god, I'm sorry,
Uh,
dude. I'll take care of you today here.
why thank you.
But man,
But the
I that is just so awesome.
uh,
That's so
the book
exciting.
was fun. I recommend it. It's not for the faint of heart. It was not easy. It would
I
not be
have
worth it,
it
in my opinion, if you do ChatGPT either. So
Yeah, yeah. I have Josh's book somewhere, in the office here. It's probably over on our shelf in the main office, but
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
it is a good ploy. So now
But
what? Just before we dropped on, you just said as well, you, like, did the audiobook version as well, huh?
yeah. Yeah, I had a really cool experience doing the audiobook because it was right next to an airport. So I was able to leave. I was able to just jump in my plane, take off, land at the airport, and scooter my way to the recording studio, which was really fun. But
Nice.
yeah, I did an audiobook. I recorded it myself. Absolutely miserable. I was sick. I hate that. I hate my voice. I don't like listening to it. So that was just painstaking. But I did it, and there's some mistakes. It's probably rough around the edges. Like I'm I'm no I'm no you know professional audiobook reader, so but it's there, and apparently it's
Yeah.
99 cents with a membership. So
Nice, I see it, yeah.
yeah.
How long did it take you to do the audio?
I want to say it took 2 days, 4 hours per day. So it
Oh,
wasn't
that's
long.
not too
It's
bad.
only it's
Yeah,
only like a 4.5 hour audiobook. I mean, there's
yeah.
only 150 pages and like there's big pictures and stuff. So it was only like a 4.5 hour audiobook, but you have to restart, say things over
Yeah,
again. The
right,
guy's in
right.
your ear, you're listening to the headphones. He's like, say that again. All right, go slower, enunciate that better. Like, and so you have to record things over again. But
Yeah.
it was a cool experience. I did it. I'm done. I have the Kindle, I have the paperback, I have the audiobook. Finite, done.
Yeah,
Feels
nice,
good.
nice.
Feels really good.
So, obviously, you're selling this, it's up there on Amazon. I don't know if you're distributing in other places, but so now that you have the book, so walk people through how do you leverage it? How do you maximize the use of it?
Now, Randy, that is a good question. What's that? What's
Oh,
that? What's
thank
that
you.
movie where it's like, now that is the question to be asking? I forget what movie that is, but that's a great question. As I joked with my team, we got the number 1 bestseller on Amazon. We sold 500 something books, and I said, "This is so cool." Now the hard work begins, because the goal is to leverage the book. Like it's not a
Yeah,
pretty art piece. The goal is to leverage it.
yeah,
So the way
right.
we're leveraging it is, I have a dream that every single moving company gets this book. So that is part of it. And so we are just working through, we have a list, and we're going to be working through outbound, sending the book to as many moving companies as we can. We're going to have an
Just like
inbound.
free, just like you're just gonna send it like, "Hey, you know what? We
Oh, yeah.
saw you. We hear you. We thought you might enjoy if we can be of help."
Yes. If
Yeah,
this could be helpful for you in any way, that would be a win. It establishes
beauty.
us as the authority leader, which
Yes,
is
yes.
phenomenal. And you think about the marketing behind that. They get a
And that
lumpy
giving
mail.
mentality, I love
Yeah.
that. That was like givers give, right? It's
Yeah.
like, man, it's yeah,
I've been really really encouraged, because I've been people, we're marketing companies. People don't love us. Like, it's not
Yeah.
like they're so excited to talk
I
about it. I'm
know.
not Tim Brown at Hook Agency where everyone loves them. And so this is the first time people are like posting in Facebook groups. I'm not telling them to. They're like, this book is so great. Hey, you need to read this book. I was like, oh man, that's so cool. But yeah, the two main ways is we're going to outbound this book, lumpy mail, right, to the owner. It's going to be like $15 cost to us plus some labor. So like that's pretty cheap marketing to get it into them and go, hey, this is for
Yeah,
you. Like,
yeah,
I hope this can be of value to you. And then we're going to run Facebook ads to bring them to a landing page and go, hey, if you're a moving company owner, we want to give this book to you for free. Put in your address,
right,
and we will literally send this book to you for free. No free plus shipping, like 100% free. And so the
right.
goal is to get this out to as many moving company owners as possible over the next 12 months. And it'll be great because one, they'll get this book and hopefully it saves them from bad marketing companies and it helps them leverage it better.
Mm,
And then
mm,
two, naturally we'll become the authority leader. And like we're gonna tell them and walk them through, right? Um uh like the market is like we were walking them through as if they're the hero, going, here's how you make the good decisions. And then hopefully at one point they go, you wrote the book, like let's just work with you. That's the hope.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And it's amazing you're gonna, like, send the hard copy, and, when it would be so easy, like, "Hey, I'd like to send this to you. Do you want the digital version? Do you want the audio? Because that's gotta be a lot easier to send that than the, $15 book."
yeah. If you think with shipping, buying the book, packaging, each book will cost $2,000. We're gonna try to send it to 3,500 moving companies. So we'll spend about 70 grand over the next 12 months trying to
Yeah.
get this out to us, not including ads. So that's the
Yeah,
hope.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. Wow, wow. We got a nice comment on here, fellow Chandler SEO. Great watching today. Awesome watching the tactic plan. Same approach to the niche. Couple of it's great.
That's
Good
amazing.
comment. Yeah,
Tyler
thank you, Tyler.
Rogers.
Yeah, Tyler Rogers. Yeah. Here's Travis Googling. Tyler, where are you?
Oh,
What are you
he
writing?
said Chandler, and now
Yeah,
I meet so many cool people in SEO and marketing in Arizona. Now I'm like, I
yeah.
want to get like an Arizona group together.
Yeah, 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 right? Um
Ah, that's so cool. Yeah.
So now, uh, is there a stage 2 or a part 2 to the book? Is there a follow-up? Or are we doing a movie? Or what?
Yes, Ryan Reynolds will be in the movie because apparently people say my
Nice.
voice sometimes sounds like him. So I'll take that compliment. No one ever says the looks though. Um, there is no movie. So sorry for those of you waiting for a movie. I could see myself writing another book, but I
Really?
don't want to anytime soon.
Okay.
It's like such a like exhilarating win for an accomplishment, and it was so great to put all these thoughts and all these things that we say all the time together in one book, where now I get to go to conferences and speak on stage and go, that
Right.
when people ask a question, it's like chapter 4, chapter
Yeah.
7, like this is
Yeah.
everything I'm going to tell you anyway. Here it is.
Yeah.
So I can see myself writing another book, but not anytime soon. Like it's that was exhausting. It took a month. It was a lot. Like it really
Really?
took like 2 months from
Yeah.
book writing to like launching. That was like a lot of effort.
It had to be
So
some serious discipline, though, so I give you props for that, to be able
yeah,
to
I
do that.
almost said this book is dedicated to nicotine because that helped me stay focused.
I, um, I can't remember. I know we were at the, Patrick Shannon's, mastermind
Mhm.
group,
Yeah, the
Ranked
Rank Master.
Masters conference, not earlier this year. It's like in February, I think, and I walked away from there. One of the things that I've been wanting to do for a long time and hadn't, and then Patrick's like, "Yeah, you should do da 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 da," which was journaling. So I walked away and I've been journaling every day since,
How's that
missing
been?
just a couple of days, literally just a couple of days. And um it's been great for a lot of different reasons. So folks, if you've been thinking or considering for, both just from a personal growth and just get your head straight, it really is a great exercise. But when you talk about writing, sometimes it's a chore, and I can't imagine, like, I'm gonna, like, commit, I'm gonna write a book, because sometimes I know I'm gonna sit down and journal. I'm like, "Oh god, this is gonna be a chore. I don't wanna be here."
Mhm.
But I do.
Oh, yeah.
I but you're right. I'm like, even if I get, like, 1 sentence down, like, "Okay, this was
Yeah.
journaling today."
Yeah. No, it's great. One of the, one of the things with the book, not to go back to the book, but I do wanna share because it's something, like, for the younger audiences or somebody who feels like they can't do it, like, language arts was my, like, weakest subject, like, I did not do well in that. Then I went to college, and I remember getting so pissed off writing,
Yeah,
like, these what are they, research papers or whatever they are in colleges. I just consider them a waste of time. Maybe they weren't a waste, but I hate it. I was like, "I don't know why we are trying to learn how to write the language. I don't know why we're trying to like, I'm never gonna write a book." And then here I am with a book. And so I say that to go like language was like my worst subject. I failed on that. I did not do well on that. And then here I am 20 years later writing a book. So like for anybody like younger that's like or feels like they can't do it, like I'm telling you,
yeah,
like you can actually do it. Like that's
yeah,
what's so cool about it. So it's like with your journaling, it's like I would have never thought you would journal every single day and missing a couple. And it's probably not easy, but the power of then doing it and then looking back and being like,
yeah,
oh my gosh, so worth
yeah,
it. It's
yeah,
worth it.
yeah, good for you. I mentioned the thing about the movies only because I've seen over the last, I don't know, several months maybe, man, you've gotten real busy at making some reels and videos, and I love the one you kinda do is like a, it's like you in the smoking jacket in the library with, "Oh, hello there." I mean, you're hamming it up. You're putting yourself out there with the videos.
You are so kind. Yeah, I can only give a shout out to, Miss Danae over there.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, she does great work.
she she does great work. She's kind of forced me to do it. She comes up with these brilliant ideas. As much as I like to publicly steal them and say it was my idea, they are usually all her idea. But I was actually kind of hard because I never wanted to do humor because I didn't want it to like mitigate how hard and serious we take our work. But one of the kind of the core things at Rotate Digital is we take our work seriously, but we don't take ourselves
Yeah,
seriously. And so we've started to lean into like the funnier
yeah,
reels,
yeah,
and so we're enjoying it right now, and
yeah.
it's been fun. Yeah, I've been
I
enjoying
love
it.
that one. "Oh, hello there."
Oh,
Yes.
hello there. I can't wait until I am building a smoking room at my house, and so I
Oh,
can't wait
nice.
till it's a real smoking room.
Nice. Oh, very fun. We've been
Yeah.
playing around with videos. Well, we do a lot of video content on our YouTube channel, but some of the stuff that I've been playing around with for a fun aspect is some AI generated videos that I have a girl on my team similar to yours that
Mhm.
does fabulous work, and we have been developing kind of this library of some AI video content that's like I take the approach like, I wanna create, like, Super Bowl-esque kind of, videos, and we only use
Ooh.
those for ads, so, like, that we're running on Facebook and Meta platforms. I don't ever do them as like, "Hey, this is the news guy, and we're talking about press releases, with AI generated," like I'm
Right.
trying to make that my content video,
Right.
but more as very specific, like, "Here's something kind of funny."
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and it's all AI generated, and it's like, "Oh, and hey, you wanna do that?" Like, we're gonna release one. I think I just looked at the final, edit of it where, we're making, Santa have a comeback because, we helped him with his, uh,
His
public image
his
through our
public
press
image.
release. Yes,
Oh,
yeah,
that's so cool. You've
yeah,
gotta send that to me. Are they hard to
yeah.
do?
Um, for
They're probably
me,
hard.
it would be incredibly hard
Yeah.
because that is not my skill set.
For your team.
For my very talented girl on my team, she like kicks these things out in a day or two, and
Incredible.
and that's even me looking at it like, oh, can you change this? I got a great eye for detail, and then I let my wife do it, and she's like, oh, you gotta. I'm
Oh,
like, oh,
horrible. Put this
yeah,
all
yeah, yeah. But
Santa's
yeah,
clean
she
shaven. What are you thinking? He needs a
yeah,
beard.
exactly, right. But yeah, but it's fun though, and it's kind of from the so when you talk about the humor, I just took an approach like, if we're only gonna use kinda some humorous and kind of fun stuff and AI stuff, for very specific reasons, right?
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, but it is kind of fun.
Have
It's
you ever
nice.
played with the new Sora AI video?
Well, we've have played around with both Sora and we really are using the VO3 model for the AI
Yeah.
stuff. So seems to be, I don't know. She thinks it gets a better
They're so
goal
much
than
fun. They're so much fun
yeah,
to play with, and it's also mind-blowing and very scary. That is like
very
that
scary.
was
I know
pretty
it.
good, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So, kind of along those veins of, with the introduction of AI and there's, automations and everything going on in the world. How are you kind of looking at SEO right now in regards to involvement of AI and automations? I mean, are you guys like fully embracing this stuff in your processes? What's your take on it? Oh, great one.
Yeah. Oh, great one. Yeah. Let's say, like, let's start with overarching. I think AI has only made digital marketing companies, especially SEO focused ones, only more important. Like a lot of people. There's a guy named Damon Burton. Have you ever had him on your podcast? By the way,
No, no.
you
I'm
should.
gonna
Yeah,
make an intro. I don't even know him. What's his name? Damon?
Damon Burton. He's an SEO guy. Great. He's like everything I want to be that I'll never be. He's like great on Facebook. He'll post raw, real stuff. He'll have great engaging content. An
Nice.
SEO guy. Just it's just not like I want to be there. I got to keep getting better. But
Yeah,
he made a post on AI, and I was kind of trying to find it. But it's like we're all scared about AI. It's just increased the like it's just put a rocket ship on it. The need for SEO. And so,
right,
like,
right,
for me personally, um, I'm not nervous. I'm actually more excited. I would say more excited than before. If you look at your company as a company that is there to create visibility for other companies and to get
right,
them leads, AI is perfect. Like their AI's got to pull from somewhere. Right now, SEO is a big contributor to how AI pulls. Like, what an opportunity that we become even more valuable, right?
right,
So I like that. In terms of like internally, anything that we can do to use AI to save our clients money, we're doing. So like content, we're using AI to build really good content. And you can kill me, all you SEO people that think AI can't rank well on Google or it's a no-no, but like it works well and I can, we have it. So it's like we can use that to save money for the client. Now we can create more value for them for the same cost. I'm all game for that. In terms of like
yeah,
automation, we're staying away from any kind of personal communication, automation, AI, anything when it comes to like a relational equity play. We're staying away far from AI. We just
yeah.
believe that human to human conversation are going to be so
And
much
I love
further
that.
and
I am
unique.
so committed to that as well. I
Yeah.
just like, yeah, I just don't do that.
We're gonna be the
And
old guys though in 30 years being like, we like to chat human
I
people only,
know.
and
Don't be call me. Right. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, that's kind of where I stand on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
What
just
are
think, with the advent of AI, and I agree, I think there's so many great things that are going to come of it. But I do believe, and this is why I don't do AI content for our specific content, right?
Yeah.
Because I do think that and I think it's going to be sooner rather than later, is that the content that's going to be more valuable, especially in video, is real, like stuff like we're doing, this
This.
face to
Yeah.
face, live streaming, live content, as well as actual real person doing video content, either doing a over the shoulder kind of thing, or like I'm on, if you go and you look at any of my videos, I'm like talking like this and showing examples and walking through guides. I think that because it's real, and I think
It's
at
real.
the end of the day, people are going to value that more than all of this AI generated content, and you have no idea where it's, you know, whatever. But
Yeah.
um,
I 100% agree
yeah,
because it's real and we're humans. We want real human connection. And
yeah,
AI gives us information, but it won't create that human connection, that human touch
yes,
that I think
yes,
are
yes.
intrinsically built into us. So
Yep.
that's our advantage. It's a
Agreed,
strategic
agreed.
advantage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Completely agree with that. Well, um, that is good. Well, what's next in the world of Travis? What's around the corner?
I don't know. We got the end of the year
Bigger
coming up.
plane, I know, but yeah,
Yeah, a bigger plane for sure. Um, Trying to enjoy the holiday season. It's been a busy family life over the last little bit. So trying to enjoy the season. We have a leadership meeting in December, and part of what we're going to do is just again continuing to ask the question and double down. How can we create more value for our clients? And so we're going to lean into that very heavily. How do we
nice.
get even better than we already are?
Yeah.
I'd love to start a podcast. I keep poo-pooing a podcast because there's like 5 moving company podcasts, but I'm wondering if there's a spin-off of like a open the doors to a marketing company podcast kind of deal for the moving industry. So I'd
Yeah,
love to start a
yeah,
podcast. So,
yeah.
but I don't know. Great question.
I don't know. Look at, we mentioned Spencer. Spencer does a great job with what he does with his kind of video podcast. I can't remember, he calls his studio like the spray foam studio or something like that, but he's done a great job in doing that. And I think it's pretty interesting. Some
Such
of the
cool.
guys that
Oh
he
yeah.
gets on as well.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but
I love his setup too. It looks so good.
yeah. Yeah, it does. It looks nice. I would highly encourage you. I think you'd be great doing a podcast, doing a host. And
Thank you.
I I started a podcast, like a real podcast, when COVID hit. Like, COVID hit that March, right? Everything shut down, the world ended. That April, we started a podcast. That podcast, I called it Running the Bases, with small businesses, and it was primarily a platform so that I could um, use that vehicle to help promote our clients, right? And so
Hmm.
I would interview all of our clients and do all of this stuff. We do a podcast around them. But we ran that for like started that in 20, and then I switched over to this kind of live streaming like in 23. So we did that for like 3 years.
Wow.
But I was coming to, I modeled, and by no means do I think I'm anywhere near in his league, but I modeled my approach though from Tim Ferriss. I don't know if you ever listen to a Tim Ferriss podcast. The guy
No,
is
but I've seen snippets.
he is mind melding. I think the guy is like, but I love his approach that he does with guests. So check him out, and
Okay,
you
Tim
know,
Ferriss.
yeah. But his podcasts are like 2.5, 3 hours long. I mean, it's like, oh my god. But yeah,
Oh, I
like
can't
I'll
believe
listen
people
to.
would listen to it.
I know I've got like a 4 hour drive to go pick my son up from the university today, so I'm gonna like, all right, that's my Tim podcast
Wow.
opportunity. Yeah,
That's amazing. Yeah,
yeah,
I don't put as much time in podcasts. I do enjoy them, but if they're more than 30 minutes, I usually am not listening to them unless it's like a topic I really want to hear
right,
about. So it's
yeah.
so surprising. It's like you get these Joe Rogan podcasts and it's like, they're 4 hours long. And it's like
I
people are
know.
listening to this. This is crazy.
Yes.
But I forget people are driving an hour to
Yeah.
work, coming home an hour.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's a couple days for them. I'm like that. Well, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. And I don't have a commute at all. I mean, literally my office is like a mile from my house. And
Mm.
so, for me, I'm like, I can't even listen to a song on the radio all the way. Let
Although
alone.
that is super nice.
Yeah, it is super nice. But anyway, listen, brother, I know we've hit our hour. I appreciate you being on the show, and so
Thank
fun to
you.
talk with you. And I wish you just continued great success, and love seeing how you're thriving and throbbing and flying and all of the fun stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah,
do
yeah,
appreciate it. I
yeah.
appreciate being on here. You're a great host. You ask great questions. It's fun. I enjoyed the relaxed kind of coffee conversation vibe. So thank you for
Yeah,
that.
that's what we got. That's what we got.
Yeah.
Folks, next week, I should have looked at my schedule ahead of time. I think I actually have Terry Samuels on next week.
Ooh.
I either have Terry Samuels or Jesper Neeson. I can't remember what the order is. So next week, we got one of a couple of great SEO guys. So tune back with us Tuesday, 10 a.m. on Hot Off the Press. And again, Travis, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it.